Hello crafters, welcome to Create It at Home with Elf Creations and today's video. Today we are going to be making a faux birch snowman wreath. Now I've created my faux birch for the head, and that's just using the same technique that I did on my ladder. I will link that video so it pops out now. I'm not going to go through all of it with you because there's a separate tutorial, and I'm just going to do exactly the same thing that I did using the masking tape that I get from Poundland. You get 2 rolls for £1 from Poundland, and I'm just going to do that same thing using the same painting techniques. So I don't see the point in bringing it to video again when I've done it, you know, quite a number of times on video already. So I will link that video at the end of this video, and so it pops out now. So if you want to recreate this, you can go and watch those videos and you'll know how to create the faux birch on this wreath form. Now this body wreath form, which is going to be the body of the snowman, is, I think it's 12 inches. So it's just under 12 inches. Yeah, just under. And the head that I've got is just over 9.5 inches. So I'm going to cut a bit out so it kind of, you know, it's slightly more snug. But we'll do all that as we get after I've got all the paintwork done. So I'm going to crack on with this, get it painted to look like the faux birch, and then I will come back and we will start to make our lovely little snowman. I'm going to make him kind of woodsy feeling, hence the faux birch. Right crafters, both are now done and finished. I want to submerge this into this top wreath form slightly, so I'm going to use a very sharp knife. So please, if you're going to do anything with a sharp instrument, please take care. I just want this to slightly snug into this wreath form, so it has maybe just a better feeling, really. Okay, let's see how that's going. That wasn't too bad at all. That wasn't too painful. Yep. And what I'm going to do, just to secure it, I'm going to put in some toothpicks, and I'm going to use some hot glue. So I'm just going to use a few toothpicks, and I'm going to submerge them into here. And hopefully this will be able to go into here as well. Just be mindful not to push the toothpicks through so they pop out, because we don't want that. Okay, so it has that kind of effect. So I'm just going to put some hot glue on here too. I'm using a new glue gun because my one finally stopped working, and this is the one from Poundland, but I have to admit, crafters, I'm not that impressed by it. It constantly just leaks. I have it in a tray and it just continually pours. It just leaks and leaks. I'm hoping that's because it's maybe new. I don't know. So I have like this figure of 8 going. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit more hot glue. See it just continually leaks from the spout. So just put some hot glue down here. And I'm going to leave that to set for a while, and we're going to concentrate on the... I have this hat, and this hat is actually the other half of another snowman wreath that I made, so I will link that video so it pops out now, and you can have a look at that video too. It's a snowman hat that I made over on my sister channel last year, I believe it was, and it's still one that I use, but I needed a kind of woodland. I wanted like a woodland themed snowman for this year. So obviously most of you will know that the main theme on my main Christmas tree this year is woodland themed. So this ribbon I got from a lovely friend here in the UK. Her local store was selling some ribbons, so she sent me some photos and asked to get me some. So that's where this ribbon comes from. I don't know the brand or anything. It didn't come on the spool, so I can't help you with that, I'm afraid. But it is gorgeous. I think this plaid will work beautiful with the woodland theme. So just adding some plaid onto the hat, and we need to add some. Okay, as you know, I like to use these picks. I just cut them apart. Okay. I think I'm going to put this little robin on here as well, maybe at the top there. So just need to cut off your legs. Sorry, Mr. Robin. This is very much a traditional bird image that we have during the festive season here in the United Kingdom. I know in the US for a lot of people it's the cardinal, but as I was telling someone just the other day, we don't have cardinals in this country at all. It's not a native bird here, which I'm quite surprised. I'm surprised no one's brought any over, but yeah, it's not a native bird here in the UK. The robin is very much a traditional Christmas bird, and it's funnily enough, the robin has very similar kind of meanings to people here in the UK as the cardinal does in the US. You know, it has a thing of if you see a robin, then a loved one is near. A spirit, you know, an angel is near. So that's what I'm going to do with the hat. Let's bring over our lovely little snowman, our wooden snowman, and I'm going to put some of this ribbon around its neck. And I'm just going to hot glue it on, as I'm going to make a bow and attach a bow, but I just want to have some of this ribbon around its neck so it almost looks like a scarf. And you're probably wondering why I'm doing it so that the joins are at the front. I'm going to cover this front with a bow, so you're not going to see it, so I'm not bothered. Okay, now let's make a bow. Now I'm not the best person for a bow tutorial, but I'm going to show you what I do and what I've learned. I'm going to bend some of this over. I'm going to put my ribbon on the floor. I'm going to bend some of this over, and this is double-sided ribbon, so it really helps with this type of bow because I don't have to worry about doing the turning. And I'm going to scrunch it and hold it between my finger and my forefinger, my thumb and my forefinger, and I'm going to do the same with the first loop, and then mirror that loop on the other side, so it's almost the same. So you know, getting it so it's almost the same size. Then you need to make your third loop slightly bigger, bring it back, squeeze in the center portion, the fourth loop again, making sure it's similar size, squeeze in the middle portion, and I think I'm just going to keep it as the two, and I'm going to give it some tails, and then cut off the excess. And then what I should have got from the beginning was my cable ties, but I didn't. I'm going to put a cable tie zip tie through the center of that first loop all the way around the back, making sure that I have all the all the pieces together and making sure that my zip tie is facing the right way. And tighten it. And then you can do all your manipulating and your squishing and your smushing and your whooshing. But now I need to cut my tails. Oh, my tail's got slightly twisted, but not to worry. I'm going to give them a fishtail, so I'm going to fold the outer edge into the wired edge and then cut from the middle down, and that'll give me two tails. So I'm just cut off the excess of this cable tie. Let's bring over our little chappy. And I'm not going to glue this down just yet because I want to put some foliage in. So back to my box of tricks and my foliage. Okay, let's put our bow on. Going to hot glue this large jingle bell just on the underside of the God, look at the strings. This glue gun is awful. Just on the underside here. Okay, and I'm going to put my hat on. I'll put his hat on, so I need some hot glue on the inside there and on the inside here, because those are the two parts where it's going to hit the wreath. And there we have, crafters, my Woodland Faux Birch Snowman that I'm proudly going to put up on display for this Christmas of 2018. I will link the video where I show you in more detail the faux birch ladder that I made, and I used the same technique on that as I did this, and I'll also link the video where I use the other half of this hat. So I'm really happy with the end result. I'm not happy with my new glue gun, but that's a whole other story. I love this ribbon. Very happy. Thank you very much for joining me today, and you'll see me again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.